Hello, and welcome back again for another late night bout of depression. The Islanders lose again. Back-to-back nights. Last night they played well and just couldn't find it. Tonight they looked terrible throughout the night. And somehow we're still in position to maybe even get a point until that fell through as well. But Adam Ruzicka got the first one. The Isles lulled into just puck watching Rasmus Andersson as he goes, takes the Barzal tour around the whole offensive zone. And Cal Clutterbuck loses his net front battle, if you could call it that. Just, didn't even get anything on it. Ruzicka just taps it home. 1-0 there. Good stuff. Islanders get a power play. Islanders got a few power plays in this one. They mostly looked very bleh. This one, a Noah Dobson blast from the point gets tipped in, and the Islanders have some life, but, I feel like even at this point, Islander fans were like, okay, kind of fortunate to be here. See what we can do, guys. And they give up a second goal before the end of the first. I'm sure that didn't help the confidence. Tanev originally looks like a really, really soft one on Sorokin, but on the replay, it's clear that it got deflected on the way in. It's still stoppable, even off the deflection, but obviously it goes from being like, how did that go into? I wish we could have gotten a big save there, but we don't. And that started with a little bit of bad luck, but it was just a puck that Gaudreau tried to throw to the middle originally, got blocked right back into his skates. But still, even from there, the Islanders not doing a good job of covering the middle of the zone. Parise gets a stick on it, and that didn't help. So, 2-1 at the end of one. The Islanders give up a third in the second period. Islanders didn't have a shot in the first 12 minutes, I think. At least it was 12 minutes. And it's Mangiapane. This one, obviously, it's not a great look because Sorokin, the way that it goes in, my dad was watching with me, and he's like, oh, how did that go? And it didn't even look like it was hit that hard. Mangiapane, it's a great shot pass, but the Islanders also shooting themselves in the foot here, where Pulock went out. Once Cizikas was unable to intercept the pass, which I thought he should have, because the puck was kind of right on his stick, and he missed it. Pulock, everybody got drawn out of position. Pulock probably overcommitted a little bit. Sorokin was squared to the shooter, and Pulock went out there. Andy Green was not able to get to the back post quick enough, and the shot pass comes in, and Mangiapane taps it home, basically on an empty net because Sorokin's selling out for the shot. So there's probably an argument there that Sorokin maybe a little bit further back in his net on that one, since, have the presence to see that guy on the left. It's almost like pocket presence for a quarterback, But at the same time, Andy Green somebody should be tying that guy up. Maybe Pulock shouldn't be stepping to the shooter there. Maybe, I don't know. If he doesn't, then I'm sure I'm yelling at him for not stepping to the shooter. But at least then, you're forcing the shooter to beat Sorokin, and it's a defenseman shooting, so you'd hope that wouldn't happen. So 3-1 there. Somehow the Islanders stay in it on a JG Pageau goal in the third period. Still the second. And this was all just, the work behind the net from Zach Parise, who's one of the very few guys on this team that looked like he cared tonight. He wins the puck battle behind the net, gets it out in front, beats a few Flames with the pass, and JG Pageau finishes it for 6 goals. Just over 1 per million that he's making. And the Islanders get it to 3-2, and still, like I said, they didn't have a shot for the first 10 minutes. Just looking like they're skating in quicksand. Nobody really bringing anything creative to the table. And third period, Goodbranson gets one that's just like it just put the game away. And this one is all Sorokin. This one should be stopped. I'm actually not even sure this is going in if Sorokin misses it outright. It might have hit the side of the net. So Sorokin here, a critique I've seen of him that I think can be fair and is fair tonight, is you see him make some like ridiculous reflex saves, and then sometimes the positioning, or even just the softies, are tough. But I think we're also, we're dialed in on that because the Islanders aren't scoring. It's putting the spotlight on the goaltending because the goaltending has to be, basically perfect. And recently it hasn't. And Varley tonight, with the late COVID test, first of all, like the testing system, the fact that it came in that late, we saw that happening with the Caps a while back when they shut us out, and John Carlson, was very late, even late to warm-ups. So yeah, like that system sucks. It's obviously, again, not the reason we lost. The Islanders have had plenty of time now. COVID at the beginning of the year and the schedule was something, but this team just looks terrible even with, the full lineup. Lindholm adds one late, and that one was especially really frustrating to watch because basically, nobody in their own zone, everybody puck watching, nobody interested in guarding the guy right in front of the net, and it's 5-2 there, and it was over at 4-2. So, man, I've been fortunate in my time doing these videos that, the Islanders just happened to wake up and be really, really good the first year that I did these. So this is a challenge for me because it's really difficult, especially because it's such a simple thing that's obviously wrong with the team is they can't score. And now, defensive lapses are popping up. They're just a bad, if they can't score and the defense is, okay, but not great, they're terrible. They're going to be a really bad team. And the other day I said, oh, they're just going to keep win-loss the rest of the year. And that feels optimistic at this point, thinking that they could finish NHL 500. Like this could get bad real quick if the effort that was on display tonight, and I know it's the back end of a back-to-back, but Trotz Islander teams used to be good at those. So, if the team is not buying in anymore, then the season's a loss. It's a complete loss. You got to start. The only good thing about losing like this and having this road trip be, so poor, is that they can, kind of. Hopefully Lou can go, all right, this isn't working. Got to make a run at somebody in the offseason. Forsberg, Gaudreau, a trade for Tarasenko, something like that in the offseason. Because this season is done. You do not go out and make, a desperation trade. And see what you can move. I think Bo is something maybe that you can move, but you kind of need him to start scoring a little bit more. Which is tough because that's the part of the reason that he's on the outs with us is that it's just not consistent enough in the regular season. Awesome playoff guy. You could say that of a lot of the Islanders. But, once Palmieri gets back in, I guess you just pray that he starts doing something because they're not moving him. And Salo, you just hope he gets playing time eventually. With Varley now with COVID and being in Canada obviously complicates things. Jacob Skarek is apparently not available right now, but, when he is, would love to see a game or two just to get an idea of where he is, on his path. That'll give the Islanders a better idea of how quickly they can trade Varley, which, is a move that is a selling team's move, and that's what the Islanders are at this point. So, I don't want to belittle what Calgary. Calgary is really good, and the fact that Calgary didn't even look like they worked too hard to get 5 shows that Calgary's a really good team. And that's also a bad way of phrasing it. It looked like they didn't have to work too hard. The Islanders, they made the Islanders look so bad, which the Islanders do partially themselves, and Calgary is just dynamic, and the Islanders aren't. So, that's it. Another happy video here from Belmont Bunch. I felt like this jersey was fitting for this one. Because, they sucked then, and they currently suck. So yeah, fun stuff continues to happen here on the island. I'll see you next time. Link in the description for the audio version of this if you're getting tired of me looking this dejected. All right.